What's good, YouTube? I am now 7 days out from my first ever bodybuilding show. This video, or the clips that you're watching, we filmed yesterday, me and Tyler, as you can see on the screen now. So I was 8 days out at the time of filming this video. So I thought it would just be good to show you what's going down in the gym, seeing as I'm coming up to my first ever bodybuilding show, and give you a good idea of that, as well as I can voice over. I've got a bit of time here, about 10 minutes, just to tell you all the details, help you out for anyone else that wants to, try and get into the best condition they can, maybe is thinking about entering a show, or, just wants to lean out in general. Everyone likes being lean, and even now, I find that I'm doing a heap of searching on the internet, just seeing what other people do, so you have a good idea, because it's a kind of a weird thing, really. There's so many variables to trying to get to, a certain leanness, and how you train can change, obviously what you eat, and all this stuff. So this clip right now, this specific one, goes for a few minutes, and that's because I watch a lot of fitness people online, and they always split the clips. You don't know really how they train. I mean, they show the exercise, it's cool to watch and things like that, but this is a pure raw clip, although I deleted the sound so I don't get done for copyright. But you can really see what it's like to train with us, or what it's like to train with me. So just grab Tyler, decide for him to come along. He can hold the camera and I can do it for him as well. And the idea of my training, how it's been for at least a month now, especially as I'm getting closer to the day, all this week is going to be very much situated to this, is to try and base my breaks between sets to around 15 seconds. Now that's actually a really short amount of time compared to what you probably do if you don't time the breaks. A lot of people take 2 minutes between breaks, 3 minutes. Now that's really good for when you're trying to get stronger, but my strength just isn't there. When you're trying to get lean, when you start losing body weight, I'm down like 10 kilograms. That's 22 pounds. So I'm down 22 pounds. So you lose a lot of strength, and because of that, I like to keep my breaks a bit shorter now, seeing as I just can't put the weight on the muscle that it's used to. But because the shorter breaks are there, the pump's still insane, the muscle still gets worked to a pretty high level. And not to say that I don't have short breaks when, I'm heavier, eating good and things like that, but it's just a really big focus right now. And even when I bulk back up, still a really big focusing on those short breaks, because I don't want to be a power lifter. It's all about the hypertrophy, trying to get that muscle mass and just look like you can lift a lot, not actually be able to lift a lot. Because powerlifters can be strong, but a lot of the time, because they train that way, they don't look, aesthetic or whatever you call it. But shorter breaks, bit lighter weight, really getting that squeeze is how you get that bodybuilding look. So as you can see there, pretty quick, just swap the camera, he goes, swap the camera, I go, things like that. And that's to try and mimic, like I said, the 15-second break between sets. That's how I train when I'm by myself. I'll have a break, look at the clock as soon as I finish my set, see where the second hand is, then wait for it to go 15 seconds and straight back into the set. And you want to hit about 10 reps, I think we were doing in this. 10 to 12 I say is good. You don't want to go super high reps, because you're just going to you're not pushing the muscle hard enough. Like, if it's all good getting a nice pump and things like that, but if you're a natural lifter, you need to still put enough weight, load on it for it to grow. If you're using gear, you can just rep high and you're going to grow no matter what. But that's why I do like 5x5 training and things like that throughout the bulk season, so I can try and get stronger and therefore get bigger. You have to get stronger to get bigger, just remember that. So I know I'm not going to get stronger, especially in this next week though. So the next 8 days, or 7 now. I trained legs today, same thing, short breaks, pump the reps out, not putting in 90% effort, trying to go as heavy as possible, because one, I just got no energy, just feel shit and things like that throughout the day. So have some caffeine, come to the gym, pump out these reps, and there you go. That was a full 3-set workout there, or 3-set exercise. And you can see just back and forth, no sitting around talking, things like that. And now we're already moving on to the next exercise, which is going to be a through the legs front delt raise. Just showing Tyler what I meant couple reps there because he didn't know what I was trying to explain, and I was going to let him go first, seeing as I finished on the last set. So you can have a break, and I like to, between exercises. So when you're doing the exercise for the 3 or 4 reps, the 15-second rule comes into play. So that's where you watch your clock and things like that. But then, as we put the dumbbells away, come over here, you know, let Tyler go first so I can have a bit of a break. If I was training by myself, I would have probably a minute or 2 break here before starting the next exercise. Now, I just tapped him on the shoulder there. That's a really good idea, as long as you don't do it too much when you're training with someone, just to make sure his mind-muscle connection's there. You tap where he's trying to tense, and it really gets that person focused on trying to tense that body part. So that's really good. You can see the veins in the shoulder here. That's you know, that's good to see. That's like, I'm not used to having that, obviously. I've been dieting for 10 weeks now, so it's cool to see. Not super shredded beyond belief, but I'm going to come in lean enough for the show, I think. You know, lighting and things like that can also change, and as well as I'm going to have that super dark tan on, so all this is going to be new to me. Going to be pretty interesting to see though. But yeah, that was the rope raise for the front delt we did before. Now I'm just showing you one set of every exercise. So normally a working set, sometimes we do for the ropes, not so much because you go a bit lighter, but for side delt, I did a bit lighter weight, warmed up a little bit first, and this is one of the working sets. And Tyler also did one that I showed you. Again, aiming for that 10 to 12 reps, pretty much on everything, honestly, and when it comes to this workout. Now, this exercise here, Tyler actually chose, and I hadn't done before. So we took in turns choosing exercise. Tyler chose the first one, I chose the second one, this, you know, back and forth, things like that. So what it is using this machine's, you know, you probably would have seen, it's in Anytime here in Adelaide anyway, or around Australia. It's got the lat pull down on one side, and the other side is an incline. This side of it is an incline hammer strength press for the top of your chest. But what we actually do is stand up, face the other way, and use it as another like exercise for your front delt. Now the problem here is that you got to focus on is I have a weird back. I feel like the upper half of it leans over my lumbar a bit. So if I put weight above my head like this, it can really give me some grief on my lower back. So if you're like me, you really have to focus on engaging the lats in that exercise. And you can't actually see it, but I rest my knee against the seat, kind of bent a little bit, and kind of lean slightly forwards just to make sure the abs are fully engaged. Didn't get a really good look at it there, but just take my word for it. That is the best way to avoid any back pain there. So front delt had been finished. I feel like we did 2, you know, good movements for that, and we've already done 1 side lateral. So now we just jumped on the cable and just side lateral on that, holding onto the bar here and leaning slightly out, out, I guess, just to fully get a good stretch and squeeze on the side delt. Now as you can see, I'm not going all the way down. I don't fully release the weight down towards my hip. I always want the constant tension on the side of the delt. And when you're doing the side raises too, if no one's ever explained how to do it to you properly, you want to mimic, people say, pour out the kettle or pour the teapot kind of thing, where, okay, we'll try and explain it here in words. Tyler's not really doing it. As you can see, he's bringing his thumb towards the air when he goes to the top. What you want to do instead is bring the pinky up, because what he's doing there by bringing the thumb up is still going to hit the side lateral, yeah, but it's also going to bring in a lot of front. Now we've already trained the front enough, so you want to try and flare as you come to the top. Rotate the wrist out a little bit and engage, you know, completely the side lat, even a little bit of rear lat. Not lat, lateral head, the side of your delt is what I'm trying to say there. So that wrapped up shoulders for us. Not doing a super amount of volume, just 3 or 4 sets for, what was that, 4 exercises per body group is what I normally do. Did that for legs today too. And we finish off with some traps. So just going to show you here one set of each of us. We did dumbbell shrugs, and I think it was just for about 5 sets. Normally I would do like a barbell shrug as well, but I was getting pretty tired at this stage. I still had to go and hit 45 minutes of Stairmaster over there. I've actually done, when it comes showtime, 3 weeks straight, every day, 45 minutes of cardio on Stairmaster. Well, sometimes I have a day off here and there, but generally, every day, 45 minutes, and it's going to be like that every day this week as well, up until the last few. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, you gained something from that video of me just going over everything that we did. And be sure to like and subscribe if you've made it this far, and I will see yous next time.